host motel, etc. Without a wall to hit or a hammer to make a dent. Distance swordplay with the hammock between two gardeners of a double helix and a stereopsis cavity secretary of nerve. It is vertical, slender, vertical, AGCT. What mysteries lie in the dark matter and the junk DNA? We just all forgotten, it's all been told before. It's being whispered now, we'll be spoken later loud. The mind finds out the light speed limit signs, projected delusions of always a calendrical function. In every sunrise reveals itself as a singular dawn, conflicted of all properties until analyzing itself. Did this holly tree grow from a pentagonal seed? Chromosome anomaly in St. John Z. The garden was planted with fundamental symbology, and all we see is the layers of the literary information written about our petals. Hey, campfire oracles in a circle. Hey, neurogenetic matchbox truck circuits on a codify. Hey, to the pathing Amazon padlock, negative intravenous plates till the last mouth is full. Yeah, reorder codes and sentence, quantum level existence, wormhole microscope lenses, infinite interlocking of the informative layers of life forms, software integrating into the hardware, inheritance from the home cycles. Deform to reform into a reborn body politic. Deceptive nature of a veil, enchanted by the force of a residual spell. But I'm looking forward to the end you cannot by yourself. And forces will swallow up your energy as well. The speed ended up at a point J. It's so high now, disrespected on time and space. I can hear the rhythm effective neons passing right away. Success and most shades, smoke batons. Synergistic active transient into revolution. Rid of the soul of flaring sun and the river of a power that's scaring one. Then listen to the old wise heart. It's with the mind that it told me. Don't forget about never fall into the cold far end of a dismal top cosmos. The words of the spirit too free from the blaring fog of enslavement. But the watchdog is real. It's about the heart of a never heard of a circulatory storytelling the vibe of sprawling the antique storefront now. And Frontline Jaguar, you're proud. The energy as forgetting continues recording on silicone clay files. What's to remain when the states are being changed? No fear to be dismantled and rearranged. Strange ancestral trade merchants deliver the goods as gifts to deliver through embryos wrapped inside love and light for the inheritance of a newborn. Hologram special protective qualities given like the back of an armadillo, or the sharp points of a digger plant in a course of EQ light leveling, reflecting a much larger fractal column expands, and all the static formations of language and sound emanating down as geometric chant found to withstand each shifting of age. Elements remain ghosts in the petroleum museum, clanking iron remnant to Gascon grave. Those skeletal totem poltergeist, they power up Octoon 13 and disperse into black clouds. Cannibal drink of a tonic, selling a ready carnival wheel. The mysterious scar-clad dancer from a dream, love tunes, dreams and through sing. She sings. Cannibal drink of a tonic, selling a ready carnival wheel. The mysterious scar-clad dancer from a dream, love tunes, dreams and through sing. Order of the wild, inside out the show, forgotten selves reveal when Humberto Capelli plays the flute at the seam of the world. Exposed clan features, relies your word, relaying creature identity and the lands beyond mere physical geography. The left head can't withstand all has been called to participate in the grand end. Gigantic mountain range and mythos ingrained, colored rocks, surreal sunrise, the biosphere cart talking to walk through the gods, garden of flesh and the grains of sand have captured each sun past. Yes, medicinal wildlife, animal power merge. We're all bulls, lions, and eagles, and men in the world dance to the planet Earth. Unab flow reorientation of home station. Move out of the shadow caster and watch the caster of it. Too real and humongous to fathom the whole. Scenic irregularity, alive in breath, can make a man be called insane. What made us want to hide our eyes with history when words cannot contain the true communicative caliber of energy. Clues of techniques in the beautified design, guiding synergies. Shepherd serve Maria and the smoke of cedar. Purifier offered in the wildfire. Connect with elements of spirit travel. It's all for the mental energetic exchanges. Interspecies related. Biogeochemical integrative trade. Ghosts in the petroleum museum. Freeway demons. This is where they take shape into metallic horses of buffalo stack pedal all over the sphere. Escapes as emissions of dense space. Black clouds. succession to dreams of the will, attuned to the rays of one's own hearts, pick apart the self-essences in the formless ether, pure forces of one and all, sojourn through the shining of the infinite soul.
Canonical bonfires of the starlit dogma liars, re-recorded page, arcane relics of archaic scripts in which the deducted matrix of the story came. The mistletoe is made of semen you kiss under, and the under window banshee screaming carols with your name. In the moment that I let my arrow aim to the inner plane, scarcity of faith and tales of happy endings in the doldrums of the disillusioned. Skies are crying to the quicksand while inhabitants are pleading for some topsoil on the roof, trekking with a mischievous spinning compass, getting haunted by the poems of the hourglass sand. The sylphs told me take a glance to the east of the playing of a can, a melody in the milk of lantern trembles of the hierarchs describe it than the soma of the human form. Or however could I know my true name and know the name of God? In disarray, endless and straight travels away from the lakes of progenitor, parables water green foot that sprung out of foundation stars far away, of which tell the told lore of the indigenous people, stellars and glyphs told in the script records of enigma unearthed. With all this energy active inside these barometers, can't see it, only the solid scene symbols masking the plural dimensional meaning, speaketh according to the medium of density. The wisdom within the mountain fountain, mysteries of the olden suns. The inhale of the root can reveal the real blossoming of the top of life of the fossil soil, the singular heritage of the Akashic archives. I'm just a light glimmer in the ancestral psyche with a collection of souls inside a carry-on. Canonical bonfires of the starlit dogma liars, re-recorded page, arcane relics of archaic scripts in which the deducted matrix of the story came. The mistletoe is made of semen you kiss under, in the under window banshee screaming carols with your name. In the moments that I let my arrow aim to the inner planes.
say farewell in the sperm pool hell. Darkest inner drudgeries come out to show and tell. In the lands of yourself, hope you can let the internalmost manuscripts. Can't hide in a cell, you can't hide a cell. Can access higher selves, finer grades, minor stealth. Lies are so surface base, content haunting, then you're cut and paste, perfect space.
The rationing of serenity bound the count to the mount to the dust accumulating on timer. Stained glass fairs in the sanctuary left all the magic practicing brand new semantics. I won't women and grown sweater for the sake of oppressive vengeance of the fallen messengers. Trickster and stereo left history traveling linear with the blood trickle trail. The dust under rug seat under the lenses by intention to shine a piston in plain view. As the blind sight be evolved in a new sun to revolve around. Here's the plan to your town. Clear to the gangplank snakes from your new transit in a radiation fashion. Couldn't dead or kettles echo medicinal journeys in dimensions beyond the third station. Concoct a remote of your magic. Through the washka, understand electricity and prana. And it concentrate the essence and cease the negligence of love. Sideshow or the face of the greater light show more than a minuscule clump to the frozen light of a Lxor pole stuck in a circuitry run around race mechanized RNA chase. There's virulence and impertinence and a deicide in the hearts of men and some frozen blood stuck in a syringe and an overload of earth toxicity. This means a great mass goes overboard. Fitting to remain on a fast spinning creature, wandering through the wilderness features, playing rock paper scissors with the universe, sizzling rudderless on top of the island solitude. Once again, back to the primordial building blocks of a new page. Reincarnation of archetypes come to manifest the lines being illustrated as we breathe. The breath of your body span a wing, listen to nature as she sings, harmonize with the tones of the higher force field. Yeah, with the story told from the man's flame. And the roots essence of the electric blood tapestry. The immortality of the Novan watches energy represents a form repeatedly. We breathe too hard, cause it's like wildcat tongue grit. I'm shedding flesh of a tortured nerve, fighting for us to stay unhunted. In that warrior tone, drumming the vein flexion, strumming the rain plus jungle. Back to conscious room, these codes of light, it's all shifting too soon. Slumber in the womb, made ill the earth, denieth living stones and pastures. As sentient as sleep, rape, case meridians, falling into disintegration with cold winds between kins, drowning sick and numb and crying through factorial pillaging. It's plucking us apart out into dead space, destroyed heart-shaped shrapnel, ricochet in illness, like a god-shaped emptiness, or the shaped god predator, operating points, pyramids, reiterating Sumerian derivatives on down, elliptical points of ritual, their blood-fed, Genesis-alien pollinations. Radiocarbon datings, we contain star components, leap into the most minute cardinal vortex, not trying to crouch in duress as ash by fireway. Wolves, pythons, jaguars, and shift-tip suits. Let's read the animal spirit signals freaking out live bodies. You've seen a tornado pentagram or a D-pedal beauty which once stood stem, a psychodynamic, and then the fifth. Now this historical film strip straight out into cosmic wild starfire, back to chi engineering, and present the smile of dying final into light. There's not death, just lit reformation. After the 7.23 deportation, it's swallowing its rattle tail, traveling to the next octave. Boards, instruction trails like old destruction cells, erected elders on electric thrones, knitting helix quilts, seedlings spilt. Let the people's Ena's hill, an indigo generation with a phoenix fly style speed and skill to ramify the pregnant eggs. Data into the pool of life, channels the art of growth in all sacredness. Building of harmonic energy taking us fresh through the extinction prana realms, and old forgotten dynamic limits are regrounding. Back to the purest ineffable remembrance of this heritage, bursted with the collective root to ocean tears. As the motherly patterns and shapes and designs of true language dawn, the sweetest rejoice of eternal essence. Like the discourse of epochs dissolved away, the cosmic like relatives rejoice in the field as resonance. Cosmic light, relatives rejoice in the field as resonance. This evolution is coiled tight, micro decisions firing off macro futures. The post-death light show will be broadcasted on a cosmic star. Your biological blueprint is processed through abandoned energy and sent to various cosmic computers being scanning and placed in threads and fed into computation as you experience every level of examining simultaneously by this cosmic eye. In threads and fed into computation as you experience every level of examining simultaneously by this cosmic eye.
The Sun Shadow cast members who withered the centuries view, sweeping up infrastructure, qubits running hungry to the far edges. Restless vestiges, nature of the element attack is the transient exposure burst, mechanized air fusion and low vibration dense stench. Via conservation modes, confusion, earthling relations, bitter petroleum cornucopias, cold blood faucet spew, must vice grip the versa. It's a dear life dependence. This harmonic convolution eventually transmutes us, and war is a language with reverberating subtext. Cursing a bio kingdom, storming the chain links deep in the fecal creek. Before your children are able to even speak their peace and flesh. Parallel outcomes all spilling in the sulfuric acid fryer. I'm not trying to die with a 60-watt understanding with a primitive Edison design. Base chakra to the earth core, connect like Oedipus recline. The terrestrials are starving just fine. Just fine. Shot-Chi to the omens and the drudgeries, the poultry torture, and the primal village parcel scraping in streets, performing at nightfall. Drum circle incantations, the spirit springs, sentiments to the scent, and the trances of acoustics please the sylphs. Dreary gloom from my etheric self, my holographic show beliefs of topple tragic destinies. Arrested disconcertion rather than thy temper from the land of the dove, where the mercantile capstone squeeze the earth dry and convert matter into aristocratic comfort. Clash of the wavelengths, smart machinery declares war. You can explode the feline and aim the photon to your neighbor's head core. I'm torn between persuasion, pressure amongst morphic precepts, cause objectivity may only appear silent, we're sleeping. Angelic magicians waving their scepters over this planet. Better sharpen receptors for when cold systems break.